Coach question for the day. Someone recently asked me, recently as of a few hours ago, or an hour ago, what was the hardest job I've ever had? I said the hardest job I've ever had is being a father. Fatherhood. I've worked in yard, lawn care with my grandfather. I've painted. I've demolished buildings from 6 floors to 20 floors. I've painted. I've, worked in a steel mill. I've worked in, law, where I went to the law library, spent hours and hours on it doing research. And, I've done a, cleaning company, it's like having to clean the whole 30,000 square foot location by yourself. And I've done a lot of grueling labor work, a lot of grueling mental work, sitting at computers for hours, setting up filing systems, things like that. But fatherhood, it's a test. And it's like a test that you continuously take. It's never easy, and no matter what, there's never a manual for these things, because you're dealing with a person. And no matter how you raise the person, no matter what you pour into them, they're still a person. And no matter what you may believe for your child or want for your child, you got to remember that you had to go a walk too. You got to remember that you had parents too. And you got to remember that you don't know it all. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're in Mensa. I don't care if you cum laude or whatever. I don't care if you a billionaire running a company. You don't know it all. And when it comes to these little people, they're people. They're growing, they're watching, they're learning, they're observing, they're doing things, they're experimenting things. And in every phase of life, they're different. I was different than how my dad and my mom grew up. My mom and dad were different from how their mom and dad grew up. And they dealt with things in their time, just like I deal with things in my time, and my kids gonna deal with things in their time. But fatherhood is a continuous job that's gonna remain not difficult, unbearably difficult, but it's difficult because if you're a good person, you want to get it right. You want to know that one day, man, what I did was give you something to survive and grow and flourish and become great, and hopefully leave something here, continue our legacy. Those are things I think about. I don't know if everybody thinks about that, but it's a job. It's a job, and it's rewarding when it's rewarding. It's disappointing when it's disappointing. It hurts when it hurts, but you gotta remember, if you're a parent and you're a father or a mother, you did that to somebody too. You hurt someone as a child. You don't know the times that our parents may have cried because of what we were putting them through, or they may have been upset or disappointed, or what they were going through to take care of us, or the struggles they had not knowing what to do because they were young, or they were at a space in their life where they were still growing. And that's the thing too, as an adult, I'm still growing, just as my kids are growing, and I may learn that I said something wrong or didn't do the right thing when I was a 17-year-old father. I may learn later that I did the right thing. Either way, I'm grateful for the job. I love the job, and I won't stop doing the job. Fight for your life.